Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Cav, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. If possible, see if you can figure out how to use VoxyPop. It's much easier, I think, for everybody if you can figure out how to use it on your computer. Now remember that you have to make sure you have an updated version of JavaScript, and then you also have to put voxypop.com in the exception list for, I don't know how it works, but see if you can figure it out. Alright, it's much easier if you email me. I get 150 emails every day. It's hard for me sometimes to find your message and to grade your practice tests in a timely manner, but I promise you, if you post them at VoxyPop, I will grade them very quickly. Alright, so let's listen to your integrated speaking practice test.
The professor defines the two fundamental terms of economy, such as inflation and...
Now when you use the word two fundamental, you have to pronounce the T with more air. This is one of the consonant sounds that you're working on according to your pronunciation pretest.
Deflation. According to the professor, inflation and deflation can change the prices and goods over time under the investments. The professor illustrates the difference between inflation and deflation. First of all, it consists of increasing prices and goods is known as inflation.
Okay.
During inflation times, as per
when we say during inflation times,
money can decrease that buying and purchasing power, and it takes more units of currency and in lower volume of each unit. In other hand, it consists of decreasing prices and goods is known as deflation. During deflation times, money can increase.
You can say in inflation. No, during inflation times. That's perfect.
Buying and purchasing power,
and when you say purchasing power, you definitely want to pronounce the P with more air. Power, purchasing power.
Takes less units of currency and then
say fewer units of currency, not less.
More volume of each unit. At the same time, we heard in the lecture is control of inflation.
Okay, so you kind of ran out of time at the end there. I think for the most part you understood what you were talking about from a topic development standpoint. My suggestion is, I would recommend in the beginning you can say, kind of like you said, the professor talks about two important concepts relating to economics, and then you say first of all the professor talks about inflation, so spend time discussing that, then make the transition and talk about deflation. It'd probably be a little easier for you to organize your ideas if you follow that organization. You had some pronunciation issues. You're still working in those areas. Overall, I'm going to put you at 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 on this practice test.